everyone! I thought it'd be fun today to film a what's in my travel makeup bag video. So I first want to start off by saying that some of you are probably going to carry way more in your travel makeup bags, and some of you are probably going to carry far less. I like to really try to condense and limit my travel makeup. However, I do love makeup, so I kind of like to have a lot of options while I travel as well, but my big goal every time I travel is to fit all of my makeup into a container about this size. If you didn't get a chance to watch my what's in my carry-on / carry-on only video, where I show how I basically carried all of my items that I was traveling with on my last vacation. It was just basically a trip home to see family rather than a vacation. But if you want to see how I limited all of the items I was taking with me into 2 carry-on bags, I'll go ahead and link that video in the description. So let's go ahead and get started. The very first thing that I always like to carry with me in my travel makeup bag is this brush roll. Now this brush roll I got from a drugstore. It was, I think, like CVS or something like that, and I believe it's an EcoTools brush roll, and I don't really use a lot of the brushes from EcoTools from that purchase, but I do use this brush roll a lot. One of the items that I do use from those EcoTool brushes is this blush brush. So, and I actually use this more for my bronzer and for contouring. The second brush in here is actually my blush brush, and this is a blush brush that I have had forever. I've had it so long that it's actually worn off all the lettering on the actual brush, and I can't even tell you where I got it from. I've had it so long, but I use this constantly. I love this as my blush brush. I like to carry with me 4 different eyeshadow brushes. I probably should limit it to 2 of these because 2 of them are really for kind of packing the eyeshadow on, and then 2 are more to blend out the eyeshadows. But I could probably limit it down to 2, but I have been consistently carrying all 4. So we'll see, maybe in the future I'll limit this a little more. I like to carry an angled brush. This is kind of a fluffier one. It's from Sonia Kashuk, and I use it specifically for brow powder. Last but not least is my Real Techniques eyeliner brush. I use this for gel liner, and I'll show you the gel liner that I use in a little bit here. So the next 2 are my foundation and concealer. I like to carry always with me sample foundations because foundation containers can be so large and take up so much room in your makeup bag. So I always just get, whenever I go to any kind of beauty store, whether it's Ulta or Sephora or anything like that, I always get some sample foundations, and then I save them until I go on vacation or until I travel somewhere, and then I put them in my travel makeup bag. The concealer that I bring with me is the Laura Geller Real Deal Serious Coverage Light Concealer, and it is the small container, again, just because it's really great for travel. Currently, for eye products, I have 2 different options that I use for eyeshadow primer. This is a true eyeshadow primer. Again, it's another sample, great tip for traveling. This is the Urban Decay Eyeshadow Primer Potion, and I just have a little sample of it. I've used it before, but I got a sample with it. I didn't even ask for this sample. They just gave it to me at Sephora, so that was pretty helpful. And then the other thing I used, this was a small product of the Tarte Emphasize Waterproof Amazonian Clay Eyeshadow Cream, or cream eyeshadow I should say, and it's in the color Slate. This came with a holiday product, I believe, and it came in kind of a set, so it came with, I think, 2 or 3 products in it for a discounted price, but it was also, they were kind of sample size. So I like to take this one because it's a great cream shadow, it's waterproof, so it stays really well, and then I don't have a lot of smudging or anything, and I do get kind of oily lids, so smudging is a little bit of a problem with me sometimes with my eyeshadow, but this really keeps it kind of in place, and it's great for traveling, I've found. For my eyeshadows, I like to take an eyeshadow palette, specifically the smaller ones that you'll find a lot of times around Thanksgiving or Christmas, Black Friday sales, those kind of things. And this is specifically the Stila Miriam Bright one, and it's from, I think, 2 years ago, so I'm sorry, it is limited edition, but every year, and you can even find stuff like this not around the holidays, but especially around the holidays, they sell stuff like this. And this one's great because it has a big mirror. Again, I'm sorry that it was limited edition. It just truly is what I use a lot of times in my travel makeup bag. And I like this because it has a pretty decent color selection, so there's a lot of options here. I can have a more neutral eye, I can go more dramatic. There's not a lot of colors, it is pretty neutral, but I have a lot of options that I can do as far as my makeup look. And then another thing I like about this palette is at the bottom, it has this section that you can use for either a lip color or a cheek color. So you can use it for kind of lipstick or blush. So I really like that option. And I will show that I do also bring a lip product and a cheek product other than this, and that just kind of gives me some more options there. Next, I have my gel eyeliner. I am obsessed with this gel eyeliner. I talk about it in more detail in my 2013 favorites video, which I will link below. But I truly am obsessed with this. It stays really well on my lids. It doesn't smudge or budge really at all. Next, I have the Anastasia Brow Powder Duo in Strawburn. This has a nice sleek container. It does have a little mirror in it. I usually like to use a bigger mirror, but it is really great for travel, and it gives you kind of two options that you can do for your eyebrows. To set my eyebrows, I always like to take a clear mascara as well. This is the Great Lash Maybelline Clear Mascara. These next two products might seem a bit overkill or high maintenance, but I like to take two mascaras with me. I know a lot of people just take one and that's fine for them, but I like to have a regular, non-waterproof, just regular mascara to use for my top lashes, and then I like to use a waterproof mascara for my bottom lashes. For me, that's really important. I don't like having to struggle and get all of the layers that I put on my top lashes off when I use like a waterproof mascara on them. But I do have a problem with smudging under my eye, on the under eye here, so I like to have a waterproof mascara for that. And I have the full size for the waterproof one just because I didn't have a travel size, but I do have a travel size Benefit They're Real mascara that I think I got for my birthday or something like that, but you can always find samples like this of smaller mascaras. For my cheek products, I like to take sleek travel size containers. Both of these are really flat, which is great for traveling. The first one is my blush, and I specifically like taking the Tarte Amazonian Clay 12-Hour Blush. This particular color is the color Flush. I believe both of these cheek products that I'm showing came in kind of like special edition holiday packages where they were smaller containers, travel size containers. So again, that's a really great tip. For bronzer, I like to use this Too Faced Chocolate Soleil Matte Bronzing Powder with Real Cocoa. And I'm kind of sad because right before I started filming this video, I dropped this on the floor, and it's not broken, it's just the container fell out, so I could just glue it back in. But I'm really glad it didn't smash to bits because I would have been really sad. However, the one thing I'll say about this is that I noticed the packaging on this Too Faced container, where it's pink and Too Faced and the lettering on front, that actually has been rubbing off onto some of my makeup sponges. So that's kind of a thing that you might want to pay attention to. Maybe put it in a little bag or something and then put it in your makeup bag if you have a container that does that. For lip products, I like to take with me some sort of lip liner. This particular lip liner is the Makeup Forever Aqua Lip in the brilliant naming of a color of 15C. I also like to take a lip gloss with me. I'm not so big into lipsticks and bold lip colors, so I like to have something a little more sheer or kind of more natural. So the lip gloss that I have in my travel bag right now is the NYX Butter Gloss, and it is in the color Strawberry Parfait. In my travel makeup bag, I also make sure to carry with me a couple beauty essentials. As I was just talking about, I like to bring makeup sponges, so I always have some of those. I also bring with me a pair of good tweezers. And then last but not least, I always have some sort of nail clipper with a little tiny nail file in there, just in case. You never know if you're going to need these things. And wrapping up at the very bottom of the bag, I always carry with me some extra contacts, just in case I run out from the contacts that I put in my toiletry bag. I always make sure to have some extras in there. And then the other thing that I make sure to have is some sort of lip balm. This specific lip balm is the Burt's Bees lip balm, and it's one of my absolute favorites, so I like to travel with that. So that is everything in my travel makeup bag. If you enjoyed the video, please click the like button and subscribe so that you can see future videos from me. I hope that you are having a wonderful week and a wonderful day, and I will see you next time.